English for Palestine, Level 7. Pupils Book B. Written by Nick Coates. Published by Macmillan Education. A division of Macmillan Publishers Limited. Copyright Macmillan Publishers Limited 2013.
Ancient. Civilization. Example. Find out. History. Machine. Pump. Radio. Think back. The children are having a lesson about technology. People have used technology to change the world. Can you give me any examples?
Mobile phones. They have made communication much easier.
That's a good example. Thank you, Heba. Now, let's think about our history. What has happened to change what we do?
Radio and TV are important for communication.
Well done, Firaz. But let's think back to ancient civilization. Any ideas?
I saw a TV program about ancient Egypt. They moved water from the river to their farms.
That's right. They had a very simple machine to move water. It was a pump. That was more than 4,000 years ago. Today, we still use a pump to do the same job. Now let's think about the future. What will technology do to change the future? What can you tell us, Salim?
My father is a scientist. He says we will find out there are people on other planets.
Really? Who agrees with Salim's father? History. Civilization. Example. Think back. Machine. Radio. Ancient. Find out. 1.
I like to listen to the radio when I'm doing my homework.
2.
I want to find out how this machine works.
3.
Planes are an example of transport that has changed how we live.
4. Let's think back to the last lesson. What did we do on the computer? 5.
We had a very interesting history lesson about ancient civilizations.
Century. Children. Decade. Hang. Large. Life. Program.
Technology has changed how we live. Today, large, thin TVs hang on walls. Computers sit on desks at home, school and work, and in many other places. In cars, a box can speak to the driver to tell him where to go. We can use our mobile phones to listen to music, take photos, watch TV or films, use the internet, and to send text messages to each other. Oh yes, and talk to people. So what about the future? How will technology change the life of children? One thing we can be sure about, there will be many more computers. Schools use computers now, but in the next decades, they will use them more and more. Some people say all children will have one on their desk, or perhaps they will take a small laptop with them all day. what about next century? Some scientists say there will be no schools. Children will stay at home and have their lessons on computers. Teachers will not teach. They will only program the computers. It is in the last decades that children have used mobile phones. In the last century, they were large and expensive. We now see children using their phones in the home, on the street, and in many other places. Mobile phones have changed the lives of us all.
Let's make a call. Let's send a text. Let's have a chat. Let's chat. What does he say? What does she say? What do they say? What? He says let's make a call. She says let's send a text. They say let's have a chat. We say let's chat.
1. Make a call. 2. Send a text. 3. Have a chat. 1.
Is that new?
Yes, my father gave it to me last week. I use it all the time for calls and texting.
Can it send emails?
Yes, it can. But I prefer to send texts. I have to pay more for emails.
2.
That's cool. Is it yours?
No, it's my father's. He prefers this to his big computer because he can take it with him. He uses it at work and at home. Sometimes he goes into a restaurant and uses it there.
3.
I can't hear anything. What's wrong?
Have you turned it on?
Of course I've turned it on. I can see the picture. Oh, it's my favourite programme, but I can't hear.
1. In the next century, people will live on the moon. 2. In the next decade, there will be a computer in every room. 3. Our lives will be very different. 4. Children will fly to school. 5. There will be no more schools.
Activity 3. Listen and say the sentences. حنسمع وحنحكي الجمل ونتدرب عليها. نيجي نسمع.
1. In the next century, people will live on the moon. 2. In the next decade, there will be a computer in every room. 3. Our lives will be very different. 4. Children will fly to school. 5. There will be no more schools.